and I was really idolizing that number that I was seeing.
My main thing is I'm not going to have to do that ever again. Hello.
Hi. It's been so long.
2 weeks too long.
I know, it actually feels like it's been like months. So, because just so much has happened. Like, so much life changes for the both of us. I don't know if like changes necessarily for you, just updates though, but a lot has happened. But yeah, so we just wanted to first off give you guys a life update, because I think it's nice to just like you guys know what's going on in our personal lives.
So much.
Yeah, so just starting off, you had a trip, so I guess talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I went to see my sister in North Carolina, which is awesome. I love it down there. The trip was 50-50, awesome and crazy. I ended up driving through the night through a rainstorm in the mountains, and I don't advise that.
That's crazy.
I am 1,000% gonna just fly every time from now on, as long as I can. But I try to go see her often, so it was cheaper to just drive down. We had all the things. We brought her bicycle. There was reasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we brought her stuff
That's
from
awesome.
like that she had back home that she never got to bring down. So there was a reason. And it was nice to have our own car, like to drive around and do whatever we wanted to, and like I don't know. It was nice just to have that freedom. But yeah, it was great. The beach was awesome. We only got like 3 days there, really. It was a short trip. But we did 1 day at the beach, 1 day at the pool, and 1 day was like checking out downtown and showing my mom the little city of Wilmington. And oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love it. And then we surprised my mom with a tattoo.
Has your mom not been there?
No.
Aw, that's sad. But
Yeah.
glad that she finally got to go.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my mom, though, with my brother and sister-in-law. They moved to Arizona, and they've lived there now for like probably 4 years now, and she's only been there once.
Yeah. She's only been there 2 years, I think. But
yeah,
so we surprised her with a birthday gift of a tattoo.
nice.
And so my tattoo artist lives and works down there now, too, close to my sister, which is awesome. So I go visit her, or we get lunch whenever I go down. But yeah, my mom's been wanting one by her specifically because of how good mine turned out for years since I got mine. And we set up the appointment, had it booked, and the day of it, she didn't even know until like we were getting ready to go there.
That's awesome.
And I knew
love
what she
that.
wanted too. And it was so funny. And she's like, no way. So we got her a tattoo for her birthday, but it was cute. But yeah, it was a good trip. It was good to like step away from work, even though it was stressful, because I wanted to keep working on stuff and not let anything fall through and not lose any like potential leads or anything. But I kept it afloat really well while I was down there. I would just like check in every couple hours and check the emails real quick and then just update things. And I got up early and did that usually. And yeah, it was nice.
Nice. I love that. Bro, I don't even know what your mom looks like, and that's weird to me. I need to see a picture.
What?
That's crazy. Because, like, I like to picture, like, when you talk about people, like, what they look like. And I'm like, I don't know what your mom looks like.
Yeah.
I also don't know what your brother looks like or your dad. That's weird to me. Do you know what my parents look like?
I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. I just know what Jared looks like.
I don't know what because she's in all my pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know what your family looks like.
Dude, that's weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's so weird. But anyways.
I didn't even think of that. What?
Anyways.
Okay, yeah, we need to share these things. Not with the podcast, but
No,
my mom would
no.
murder me. She hates social media. It's so funny that I came from her because she hates the internet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, your trip, is there anything else like that's been crazy? Or just updates?
Yeah, work's good. It's been busy, I would say steady. Not as busy as I thought it would be for spring. I have 3 pendings and a listing right now, which is good, I would say. I think that's great, but I want more, of course. I have like huge goals, but I'm like striving to get bigger, better deals and more consistently stay in the luxury market, since I did that specialty training and all that too. So I'm trying to like really push for that. I did do a really cool open house last weekend at that listing. It was a prime built home. It's 2 years old, and it is like my dream house. Like the style of it is so cool. It's like modern, bohemian, eclectic. It's just like straight out of what I want. So that was great. I went in there and I was like, I want this house.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was going to like think about, okay, when I do, make my dream house or build it or redesign one or whatever, I was getting ideas and taking photos for future. Like literally, like I'm going to do this in my house. So that was fun. I always love looking at beautiful homes, and it's part of my job. So that's super cool. But yeah, work is good. The mentorship thing's going well. I love being a mentor, so that's fun. And the Boss Babes thing is going really well. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up with that, actually, that I'm not going to share yet, but super excited for that. And it's growing and evolving really fast. And yeah, I'm also working with someone to do an event with the YMCA too. So that's going to be super cool, like a fitness-focused event.
Dude, I need to get to one of those sometime.
Yeah. I know, I invite you.
I know. I've never gone.
It has to be real estate. So we decided that it has to be someone who works in the real estate industry, and you're real estate marketing.
Yeah.
So you pass. But we've had so many people request to join. Like our membership is at 95 already.
Holy crap. What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I've just turned down 30 people like in the last couple days because they're not in real estate or they don't answer the questions, and like they're not like, well, if they don't answer the questions, I'll reach out to them. But if they're real estate related, but if they're like a travel agent, a hairdresser, no offense, we love you, but it's for real estate people, like understand the industry and aren't just trying to get into the group to get clients.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So I'm trying to keep it clean and like keep it very like on the same track of where we want to go and not let it get too messy. So
yeah, I'm glad that even though you're like seeing the numbers, like a lot of people would be like maybe like just wanting the numbers so they accept everybody, and I'm glad that you're keeping it like firm, like no, this is how it's going to be, so that we can keep it the best like possible for everybody. So that, like that like I'm proud of you for that, for like seeing the numbers and be like, nah, I don't care about that. I care about like the community itself and like the results that people get. So that's cool.
It's supposed to be special. It's not supposed to be everyone can join.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's my update.
Yeah, man, I've had a lot happen, I feel like, since the last episode. But yeah, I'd say the biggest thing, gosh, I don't know, I can't even say the biggest thing because there was like two big things. It was like my TikTok account getting hacked, and then dude, that's a big deal. That was a big deal to me. And then full time at our home. So yeah, I made that decision because it was a great opportunity, and honestly, like for my business, like that allowed me to focus more on my business. I know to a lot of people they're probably like, how did going full time on a job? Like, but if you don't know the back end, like trust me, it made it so much simpler. And it's actually like the same hours as what I was doing before, like because before I was working for two people, and now I just like cut that down into one, so I can just focus on one, so I can give them better results from me, and also it gets better results from my business too. It's just more time, and it's like two separate industries. It's not the same industry, so it's not as confusing. So way better. And yeah, my TikTok account got hacked. Sucks, bro. Like I don't even know how that happened. Like crazy. I was about to hit 3,000 followers, and I had like multiple videos go viral, like, and not viral in a bad way, like viral in a good way. Like it was like my niche, and it was like getting views, and like when it would like stop blowing up, like a month later that same video would re-blow up again. So it was just like getting a lot of traction, like honestly. And I've built it like, I mean, I've had that account since like middle school, so like I'm trying to see the blessings of like, okay, if I had this account since like when it was Musically, I don't even know if you know what that is, but
what? I don't know.
Yeah, so before TikTok, it was called Musically, and it was just a thing in my generation. It was just like lip syncing videos. It was, yeah, whatever.
Cute.
And then TikTok like bought it and made it TikTok, and then it kind of went from just like lip syncing videos to like a little bit of everything. So that's what it turned into. But anyways, I've had that account since Musically was a thing. And so I was kind of like, I was trying to see like the bright side of like, okay, maybe making a new account will actually just attract the clients that I want and not just be like random people. Cause also like I started posting like value based content like 3 years ago, but like I've switched my niche so many times. And like before, like I was just posting like personal growth content with like I wasn't talking directly to anybody, if that makes sense. It was just like random advice. So that could be a blessing. And so I've been trying to focus on that, but it's been really hard. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not going to just be like, oh, yep, forget about it. Like, let's move on. Like, that obviously my logical brain's telling me to do that, but it's hard. Like, and it's because, like, the past few months, I've posted every single day on that account. Like, I've put everything into that, and for it to just be taken from me for no reason. Yeah, it sucked because again I've had like multiple videos go viral on that account, and like I had a video that was about to hit like 300,000 views, like crazy. But yeah, I think the thing for me is just like remind myself like I hadn't gotten a client yet from that, but it also sucks too because it's like I'm in the trust building phase, so like I was getting the audience to start building trust with them, and now that audience is gone. But had to start from zero. I think also too a lesson I learned was like I've never seen numbers like that before, and like again my logical brain knows that the numbers don't matter, like not to care about them, like detach from it. But like it's really hard not to, if I'm being honest. Like if somebody tells you it's easy, they're lying to you. So like never seeing that number before and then working so hard to get that number, like I started to idolize it a bit. And I think, like, obviously, like, you're not supposed to idolize anything but God. And it's, like, I think, like, I almost was, like, checking it all the time and, like, seeing if my video was doing good. And then it was, like, it was just so much dopamine. And I was really idolizing that number that I was seeing. So, honestly, if God took it away from me, I don't doubt it. Like, honestly. So, yeah, that's just a lesson I learned.
Dang.
Yeah.
So, new job. How's that going? Or not new job, but full-time role. How is the transition going for you?
Yeah. It's been going good. And honestly, I was kind of scared that like my days were going to be like longer since I'm there all day. And since I've worked there, I haven't been there. I used to do like 3 days a week, full days. And like alternate, but now I'm like there 5 days a week full time, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. I thought my days were gonna go long, but actually I feel like they go faster because it's like and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, because I was like just telling the people at the office, it's like before I would leave at 12 and then like driving somewhere else, so seeing what's going on in the outside world, so it's almost like more is happening in my day and I'm seeing more and there's like I'm doing more, whereas like in the office, like I'm just on my laptop all day and then it's like 4 o'clock and I'm like, what?
Oh my gosh.
So it's like, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it's going faster. But I would say, like, moral of the story, like, I've been able to get a lot more done with them and, like, really move the needle for them, which has been really cool to see. And just learning new things in that position. And then just being trusted as, like, a leader in the company is really cool. And then mental space has been crazy, like, I mean, the part of the decision was just like major brain fog from basically building 3 businesses at once.
Yeah.
And then add the podcast in. That's like another one, like little one. Like it was crazy. So, it was like taking one out of the equation helped a lot. And so it's been going good.
Yeah. And I'm glad you finally made that move. I know you were waiting to the right moment to decide and like do one or the other full time or like go all in on your stuff or whatever. But I've also been split in doing 2 jobs at one time, and exactly the same thing happened. As soon as I put all my energy into the one, it took off, and I was actually able to finish things I've been wanting to do for the whole year for that. And it's almost like you're like, I'm almost there. Now I got to go to the other job. I'm almost there. I'm almost done with this project. Now I gotta go. And then you have to almost like start over and like regroup the next morning when you get back.
Yeah. It's because you're not building momentum in any of them. And so it's like, I know for the other person, like maybe that's not what they wanted and that's not what they expected. But it's like also like see the good because you weren't getting the best of me. Like, so it's like, Yeah, I think it's the best decision for everybody. And I'm excited to see the fruits of it. And also, it like gives me more cash flow to fund the thing that I really want to do.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
yeah, it's just all around. I feel like was the best decision.
Yeah, and you've been there long enough too, where you've earned like that space and that position and that offer and all that too. So, yeah, I mean, I'm super excited for you because I did what you used to do, so I know it's like
Yeah.
you're in your zone and you love it. So it's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm doing like a little bit of everything, and it's really cool.
Yeah, and you get to have more creative freedom too when you're there longer during the day, and you can actually talk about the other projects going on besides just your duties that you had to do.
Absolutely. And that's like what was actually a conversation was like people were like, well, I don't know what tasks to give you because I almost don't even have enough tasks to do. I was like, well, that's not the thing. I'm not a task, like my new position is not to be the daily task person. Like there are still things I do daily, that's not what I'm saying, but like I came into like a new role that's never been in that company, and that's even cooler to
Oh,
me. It's just like I
sweet.
get to craft this new position that nobody's worked before, so it's really cool. And just like I like my job is like the bigger picture, so it's like I want projects, like things that will go over a long span of time, things that we can just like tackle like slowly every day. I don't want like daily tasks that just are like do this every single day. Like again, I still do some of that, but that's not like I don't know. It's just cool to be able to like focus more on projects and make sure that like we're actually hitting the goals that like the company set, because there wasn't even company goals, which is crazy to me, but
It was survival mode for a little bit there because they grew so fast.
that's exactly what I said, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I was there.
Yeah,
I know.
I said, yeah, I told them like we grew like because people were like, oh my gosh, that company's grown so much, that's awesome. I'm like, yeah, but you're a little too fast, and that's why a lot of people left, because it was just like we didn't have the structures or the systems yet to be able to have that many people and foster a great culture. So that's really my job, is just making sure that we are actually setting goals, that we're on track to hit those goals. We now have company values, again, another thing we just didn't have because it's just so new. So and making sure that's implemented into the culture, and if the culture doesn't align, well, then we need to like look into that. So
That's up to you.
yeah.
That's awesome. No, you are the perfect person for that.
Yeah, it's
because you're unbiased and you don't get involved in drama. Like literally, that is the perfect role for you.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad they did that.
Yeah, it's cool, and it's like cool too because again, like they trust me to, again, this is a new role, like this is something that nobody there has had experience with, so it's kind of like I'm crafting that into my own thing, and it's like the fact that they trust me with that's really cool, and it's like something I don't take lightly.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's probably really cool too because I also like longer projects where you get to see like the results at the end of a month of working on something, and it's like, oh my gosh, we did that, and you're in charge of it, and like seeing them actually come through instead of just doing those day-to-day tasks that just kind of make you go brain dead. I think that's super rewarding for you too.
Absolutely. And I again, like this all came about like months ago when I asked like what's our goals, cuz like for me, like coming into work, and I think everybody could agree, was like when there's no set goal or why or purpose of why we're doing what we're doing, nobody's going to give you the best work, and like a lot of people slack off, and it's like you can't be mad at them cuz you didn't give them a good direction. So it's like that's how that kind of all came about, cuz I was like, wait, what's our goals? And I think what the coolest thing is like I think I started like thinking about all this when I read The Values Factory at the beginning of the year. That was the first book I read.
Yeah.
And it talked about how like your employees, like, and we talked about it in the first episode or so, like, so it's like cool that like what if I never read that book, if none of this would have ever like
You wouldn't have brought it up at
came
work.
to be, because that's just kind of like made me think about it. So that's crazy, but
eventually something would have changed.
yeah, I think so too. But yeah, it was just like I brought it up, and I was like, guys, like we don't have goals. So then like the leader, like the manager, whatever, I don't know what you want to call it, brought up the goals and finally like sat down and actually set goals. And I'm like, this is what I needed, because now like I can come in and now I have a purpose for doing like what I'm doing. It's not just like this blind going through the motions, just like whatever. And then so that's when the position kind of came up, like, well, why don't you like be the person that makes sure we're on track with those goals, and then once we hit those goals, resetting goals, like all that stuff. So it's just like it's a lot of stuff bundled up into one. When people ask me, what do I do now? Like, it's hard to explain because I'm like, I do a lot, but like, I'd say that's like the basis of it.
Can we call it Chief Directional Officer?
He likes to call it Chief Vision Officer.
Oh, I love that. Okay. So CVF. No, CVO.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I knew there was a name tag.
At the bottom of emails and stuff, though, I always say Content Operations Coordinator because, like,
oh, cool.
I don't, like, because that's what's on our website. But that was before the hire, and, like, but, like, nobody knows what a Chief Vision Officer is, and usually when I'm doing emails to people, it's mostly about, like, operations, so I just always put Content Operations Coordinator, but, that's yeah, cool. Chief Vision Officer is on my business card.
I love it. Oh, my gosh. That's so cool. That's a really cool title, too, to put on your resume, even. Like, hey,
I don't need no resume, though.
Yeah. Honestly, I will never.
I don't even have a resume.
I will never have to deal with that shit again.
It's so funny because, like, I have never thought that way just because, like, since high school, I'm gonna have my own business. That's just always how I thought.
Yeah.
So it's like so funny when people like even my parents, my sister, like they're like, oh my gosh, that's good to put on your resume. Oh my gosh, that's good to like get a pay raise in the future. And I'm like, what? Like I'm not even thinking about that because that's not my end goal. Like that's not even in the picture. Like don't even bring that up. Like it's just funny that people are like so excited for me for that, and I'm like, what? Like that's not even something I'm thinking
That was my
about.
Old thinking reverting back into my brain there. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's like resume, like I don't have a resume, and like don't freak out, but I don't have a resume. Like I'm not freaking out about it. Like
you don't want to see mine. It's so random. I don't even have an updated one for the last few years because marketing and people are business
like,
owner.
Well, shouldn't you have a plan B just in case it doesn't work out? No, like anything can work out, and if you actually have a plan B, then you're basically just saying, oh, I tried. That's why we don't like saying the word try, because it's a pre-qualifier to failure. It's basically just knowing that you're actually going to fail, but if you say you tried, then it makes it look like you put effort in. But, like, if you said tried, it just basically means you already know you're going to fail. So that's why I don't have a plan B. Plan B? Oh, my gosh. Sometimes I get so excited. Plan A is all I have. I don't have a plan B, a plan C. Like, no, bro. Like, I've got my direction, and that's going to happen because I'm going to make it happen.
My plan D is my backup plan, like my side hustle idea, like my side hustle go-to, if I have to, is to bartend or waitress, because I've done it off and on for like 15 years at this point, and I have it in my back pocket. I'm really good at it. Whatever, it's easy money essentially. I have it there, but my main thing is I'm not gonna have to do that ever again, and I'm not gonna let myself have to. It's not horrible, but the hours and the time away from my son on the nights and weekends and the time away from real estate, I don't want to ever have to do that, but it's always there. And I always say that, like, yeah, if someone says, oh, well, what if you go 6 months without selling a house or whatever? I'm like, yes, I can go waitress or bartend again easily. No problem. I have a ton of experience, or I could pick up a marketing gig or something, but I'm not going to do that. So, like, I'm like, I will never have to do that again, because I had to so many times throughout lows in my life. I had to pick up on the side of working full-time jobs, bartending or waitressing, and it was so stressful. It piled on stress and time, not the job itself, but having to do both things was like way overwhelming for me. So I always say that, like, I could go waitress or whatever, but I'm not doing that shit. Like, I am not. I'm going to make sure I work hard enough in what I'm doing to not have to do that.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes perfect sense.
So it's like my plan D, but it'll probably never happen because I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Not going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
No shame, though. I have a lot of friends that love waitressing, so no shame. I did it for years. But
yeah, and again, like, for like the millionth time, like when we say that, it's not because we're shaming other people or other jobs. It's just our vision and what we want, because like we still need you guys. And it's not like, I hate too how like entrepreneurs are like, I'm above here and then all you employees are down here. No, that's not.
We were there.
We're all on the same level. It's literally just different industries, different things. Like, so I hate when people are like that. Like, that's not how it is at all. Like,
no, gosh, no. And I actually tip 25% usually, because I'm slurring my words from the coffee. I'm
cold. That's why I'm slurring my words. I'm like,
I usually tip like at least 20% because I've done that for a living for so long, off and on. And it's like, I truly appreciate a good server now. And I make friends with servers everywhere I go. It's crazy.
Yeah. By the way, what'd you make us today? Like,
Oh, yeah. Speaking of being a barista, I made, what did I make? Ice lattes. So I just use regular milk, double shot of espresso, but I split it in two. So a single shot each. And I had the shot pour into the white mocha sauce. So as the hot shot hits it, it like melts it.
dang.
And before you put it into your iced coffee, because then it's hard to stir it up and you get chunks of the sauce of like caramel or whatever. So that's a little tip for you guys. Just put the flavorings or the sauces in the cup that the shot's falling into, because it'll melt it up and it's just so much better.
Bro, that's so smart. I mean, I'll never do that because I don't make coffee like that. But that's smart for you guys. I never would have thought about that. Like,
yeah. And if you're like doing like an at-home latte and you're frothing your milk, put your caramel sauce or your cinnamon in the milk before you froth it, and it just like gets the flavors out even more in the heat. It's so good.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why my coffees are good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are really good. Yeah. I don't think I have any other updates other than knees still not like I don't know, it's still not like better, but we finally got an MRI ordered. My doctor is like, honestly, you've stumped me. But he was like, we're gonna figure it out one way or another.
Dang.
And that's the best guy in the industry too, guys. So
That's crazy.
yeah. And it's not like, I don't want to like blow it out of the picture. Like, it's not something that's like super bad. Like, it's not crazy. It's
You're
just
walking.
like something. Yeah. Like, I can walk normally. Like, yeah, all that's fine. It's just like when I can't progress further than I already am without having pain. So it's like, and like, just, it'll be good to get the MRI done because like, it'll show us like, okay, if there is something, then what do we need to do? And if it's nothing, then we know that it's pain that we can push through.
Ooh,
But
yeah.
right now, we don't know if it's pain we can push through, so that's why it's kind of like just do stuff that's not painful.
You don't want to re-tear it.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. So, yeah, that'll be a really good finding to
Yeah.
see.
So that's in 2 weeks, so that's good.
Good luck.
Thanks. Yeah, but other than that, I don't think there's any other updates with me. Is there any with you?
I haven't been in the gym much, which is not good. I went today, though. Oh, my God. It's just... I started out outside. The Y I go to has an outside trail next to it. Thank God. I walked outside in the sun. I got warmed up that way instead of warming up inside. And then I was already sweating. I got inside, did my lift. I did back and biceps today.
Oh, that's my
It's
favorite.
becoming my favorite because leg day. I hurt.
Let's go.
I'm working on it.
Dude, I lost so much after surgery. I know that's not my arms, but I stopped going to the gym, and it's like
You
my
can't.
arms last summer were so nice. No, they're not. But
Yeah.
anyways, go
I'm
on.
actually in like the worst shape I've been in 2 years, and it's pissing me off because I've been growing this business and I haven't prioritized lifting as much. I've been doing yoga for like the mental, but yeah, I'm finally getting back in the gym. I went when I was visiting my sister. She has a really nice gym in her complex, and I loved it. And a swimming pool. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I just want to live there, but anyways,
Why don't we move?
I can't. I have a child.
Oh yeah. Gosh dang it. I always forget. Like,
I'd already be
tie down.
gone, girl. But anyways, I hurt my right knee, and I usually hurt my left knee because I have an injury from high school cheerleading when I did competitive cheer.
Them left knees, bro.
But now it's my right one. I helped someone move, and I think I tweaked it doing that or doing squats. So I have to be very careful doing squats. So I actually been doing leg press instead of squats if I do leg day, but I stopped doing leg day for the last 4 weeks now because it hurts to like stand up, and I don't know.
What's the pain like?
We'll talk about it after. It's like makes me almost fall down sometimes. Yeah.
What?
I am not going to the doctor. It's fine.
That's crazy.
It'll
No,
be okay.
actually though, but like
I just pulled something. It just needs to take it easy.
pulled something in your knee?
I don't know. On the side.
Is it like sharp, achy, dull? Like,
Stop.
dude, I've like memorized the
PT?
doctor's questions.
Yeah.
To me every
We'll
time
talk
I
about
go.
it after because I honestly don't know. I'll have to stand up real quick and see what it feels like. But I've been careful on it.
Yeah.
It's way better now already. So I've been careful with it, and I haven't been lifting on it. So, Yeah, and I can't do lunges anyways, like with weights. I have always struggled with those because of my knees from cheerleading. They're just bad. I need to strengthen them. But anyways, so yeah, getting back in the gym, getting back on a schedule sort of, because my schedule is nuts, but lifting again, which is nice, and it helps so much. I love it. And I sat in the sauna even though it's like 80 degrees today.
I'm so sad I can't sit in the sauna yet.
Oh, really?
Just 'cause, like, I mean, I probably could, but, like,
Swelling.
I don't want it to swell even more, so it's just, like,
Good
not
Lord.
right now.
Ugh, that sucks. It's the best. You'll get there. Yeah. So on that note.
But my car doesn't have AC, so that's like a sauna.
Oh.
My car never has AC. I get it fixed literally every summer, and they say they fix it. It works for like a week, and then it doesn't. But it's such an inconvenience to go back. So it's just like, I'm just like, whatever. I'll just have the windows down.
I'd go
It's
back.
gotten fixed like 7 times, bro. Like fixed 7 times. Like it's crazy. But I'm just over it. Kia sucks. The car place I go to sucks. So
I had a car once. I didn't have AC. It was
yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
The good thing is I have tinted windows, so it kind of helps. Like when my car's parked all day, it doesn't make it. I mean, it's still hot, like, but it's not like as hot. I think.
Do you have a shade thing?
No.
Do you want to borrow mine?
No, it's okay.
I'm bringing it.
No, it's okay.
I don't use it.
It's okay.
No, seriously, it helps.
Yeah.
While you're sitting there all day at work, yeah, I'll give it to you.
Oh my god.
I literally have had it for like 12 years. I don't even know where I got
crazy.
it. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So things are busy, good. You know, a little weird, but it's, I don't know. I'm excited for summer. I'm excited for this warm weather.
Excited. I was so sad that it's like been rainy the last like few days.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited. Like,
yeah. I love it. Sunshine helps so much.
Dude, literally, like, I just love driving and like smelling mowed grass. I'm like, bro, summer's coming. Like, I love it.
It's here.
It's awesome. And yeah, it's just so cool. And then another update, I just had like the best girlfriend ever. She's so sweet.
Oh yeah.
Literally this morning, like, it's so funny too. Like, like people keep asking me, well, why? Like, why did she do it? Because you weren't the first person to say that. You asked me that, but you weren't the first person. Like, everybody's like, but why? And I was like, just cause she's awesome. Like,
I didn't know if you were like sad about something.
No, literally, it was for no reason. That's
so
what
cool.
like makes it better. Like, literally, I wake up this morning, get ready. While I'm getting ready, she makes me breakfast, packed me lunch, which is not like an abnormal thing. She does that like a lot, but just in a while, like we haven't like had that time. I don't know, but she did that and then went out of her way too. She's never done this before. I was like, what? Made me coffee and then put it in like a to-go container and then put in like more coffee in another container so that when that one ran out, I could pour more in that one. It was so cool.
That's
and
so
then
sweet. When
I got to work, she like surprised me with flowers and matcha, which I didn't really like the matcha. I've never had it before. But yeah, anyways, it was from Starbucks, but apparently the one from Dunkin's like better, so I'll have to try that. But I don't know. But anyways, yeah, it was just so sweet. And then it was funny, like this other girl in the office, her boyfriend ended up sending her flowers like 3 hours later.
What?
And then the other girl was like, bro, your guys' significant others are always making my boyfriend look so bad. Because, like, Sophie and then, like, the other girl's, like, boyfriend are always, like, giving us stuff. And then this other girl, she's like, you're making him look so bad. But she's like, no, like, this is apology flowers because we got, like, a fight last night.
No.
And then the girl was like, are yours apology flowers? I'm like, no. I was like, we rarely ever fight. Like, we never fight. Like, I feel like sometimes, like, we get mad at each other, obviously, but it's not like we never get in, like, fights. I'm like, no, this was literally purely, like, and then, like, when Lily walked in, she was like, what are those for? Like, it's not your anniversary. And I was like, dude, literally for nothing. Like, it's just, like, for, like, I don't know. She just wanted to because she's
Come on,
sweet.
Jace, send Lily flowers. I'm going to text him.
Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, just, that's an update, too. Just so sweet.
Aww.
So grateful. Because it's, like, having that, like, wow, I don't know. Like, I think we both in different ways, like she has late school sometimes or late work, like, whatever. Like, school after, or work after school. Like, just a busy, like, we're both super busy. But it's, like, having that kind of relationship where it's, like, you can, like, go out of your way and make me break. Like, I don't expect that. But the fact that she's doing that's, like, fueling the relationship. And it's not, like, holding it back. Like, and that's just so awesome. Like, when you're dating a high performer, like, that's something you need. Like, you need a partner like that. So it's just, like, very grateful for that.
It's hard to be with someone like us. I know it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
But it's worth it. It's so
Yeah, I
worth
know.
it.
I remind her all the time, like, I know you don't want me to be working right now, but
Uh-huh.
it's just see the long-term vision.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's so hard to,
And it's definitely was a growth process. Like, I still think there's times where it's like, don't fully understand it, but like, it's way better than when we first started dating. Like, really didn't understand it. I was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
but it's like, way understands it now. Is very supportive.
Yeah, I'll have days where I'm like, I can't even have dinner with you, with Ryan. Like, I'm sorry, I have to work through dinner. Like, I'm so busy, and if I don't do all these things, I won't go to bed till midnight anyways. And I'll get up in the morning and I'll have anxiety because I didn't get anything done that I won't have time to do tomorrow either. Like, it's just,
Yeah, exactly.
it's been like that a lot lately.
Yeah, it's not even like productive for me to not do the stuff that I need to do because again, like you said, like then
It
I'm not
piles up.
I'm well like you were saying, like I can't even sleep at night if I know that I didn't do what I needed to do because I'm just constantly thinking about all the things I need to do. So then it's like just a waste of time to be sitting there anyway. So it's like just do the stuff and then go to bed at night because it's like then I'm spending an hour like flip flopping in bed trying to fall asleep, but I can't because I didn't do my stuff. So it's like if I just would have done my stuff, like whatever.
100%. It's so hard, and it's like I want to stop working and relax and watch a movie and like hang out. We actually had a bonfire the other night with Theo. It was so cute. We roasted marshmallows.
Oh, that sounds so good, dude. I love s'mores.
Oh,
I
me
love
too.
S'mores. And s'mores flavored things are my favorite. Like s'mores
Dude.
cookies and s'mores blizzard. Like, bro.
I make a good s'mores latte and a s'mores old fashioned. Ah, it's so good. You can't have
All
that one
right,
yet,
so
but
legally.
on your birthday next year, I'll make you one. No, it's so good. That's my favorite too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the s'mores Pop-Tart back in the day?
Yeah, when I used to eat Pop-Tarts, yes, that was like my
When I was a
favorite
kid,
one.
yeah. That was
Like
the
when
only
I
one
actually
liked.
used to eat Pop-Tarts, s'mores, and then the cookie dough one.
I only like the s'mores.
Yeah,
That was
the
it.
brown sugar ones were pretty good too.
No.
But no, I
will
don't.
never touch them.
I
now.
never. I can't even look at Pop Tarts. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro, how did we?
Cardboard
eat
and
that?
sugar.
Like, literally, I literally
So
passed a sign today, a gas station sign today, and it said like Pop Tarts 2 for $2, and I'm like, yeah, no wonder they're $2. Like you get 2 packs, like you get 4 Pop Tarts for $2. Like that's crazy.
They can't give them away.
Yeah, like
It's
oh
so
my
cheap.
gosh,
Yeah.
it's so bad for you.
But yeah, it is hard to like sit and like, but yeah, so to that, when I do have my kid, I have to feel like I'm being intentional and spending time with him and not working the whole time I have him, because then he goes to his dad's and it's like, oh my gosh, I wasted, time I could have spent with my kid. So I try to balance it out and spend a couple hours with him at night before bed, get him to bed, and then I get up and do like the dishes or the things, a couple more emails, a couple more things that I didn't get done while I was hanging out with him. So that's hard too. And so I try to like fit it in there. But the nights when I don't have him, I'm like, it's game time. I'm working all night long. I'm catching up. I'm doing all these projects. I'm like cleaning my room, my house, my closets. Like that's when I get all the stuff done that piled up while I had my kid too. So it's kind of like, it's hard to date or like be in a relationship with someone and actually enjoy them when I don't have my kid. Like when I like hang out with Ryan when I don't have Theo, it's hard because I'm like, ooh, I could be doing so much. I could be getting ahead. So then tomorrow morning isn't a nightmare. But
Yeah, that's tough.
it's a rough balance. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought of so many things. First off, breakfast foods.
Yeah, can we talk about breakfast? I need
Why?
recommendations.
Dude, me too. But seriously, why are like all like almost all the like popular breakfast options like all the worst foods? Like
It's all sugar, and
it's all
that's
sugar.
the worst thing to have right away.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
That's what I was-
stupid.
It's literally like, yeah, they're just setting us up for failure.
Even like biscuits and gravy and cinnamon rolls, which I love both, they're so bad for you and they slow you down. You feel sluggish.
Exactly. Like, why not eat fruit in the morning as breakfast? Like, that's really all you need. Like, but don't skip breakfast. Breakfast is actually really important to
Especially women.
break your fast. Yeah.
Women, I've heard a study that like if women don't eat something before working out, it's worse on their body.
Yeah. And if you're not hungry in the morning, that's actually a sign that you're like something in you is unhealthy. I'm not saying you're unhealthy, but there's something inside of you
Really?
that's like, yeah. Because like you should be hungry in the morning because like you just fasted for so long. Like, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I just know that it's something like, I just remember hearing that like,
Huh.
But
yeah, I'm guilty of that. I need to find, so I get Aussie Bites at Costco. They're like the little granola bars that have like chia seeds and stuff in them. So good. I need to go get some, and then I'll do like egg bites. They have those there too, or a protein bar. I've been doing that as like a quick, don't have time to cook eggs and clean the skillet and do all the things.
literally.
Like, who does?
So I'm like, that's
Gosh.
like the most healthiest breakfast
I
option, but it's like
know.
that takes way too long. Yeah, and then just another thing you said, like when you said cleaning, like you do that like I'm like, that's actually so important for your like mind. Like I know like for
Yes.
me, like sometimes it's like, well, I always have to have my room clean, so that's like that's a non-negotiable for me. But my shoes, bro, it has been on my to-do list to clean my shoes. Like I have, dude, because like I mean, we all know like my first like business was like shoe
Yeah.
reselling, so I love shoes. So I got like the exact shoe cleaner. I got like 3 different brushes, a soft, medium, and stiff one for like different things. So you go soft on the uppers, the medium on the midsole, and then on the bottom you do the stiff.
I just throw them in the washer. Don't kill me.
Nah. I never throw them in the
do.
washer.
My sneakers, I do.
But
yeah.
anyways, that's been on my to-do list for a year. I'm not even kidding. But I've just like never done it because I'm like, I don't need to do that. But then I had like extra time on Sunday, and I was looking at my shoe rack. I was like, I'm gonna clean my freaking shoes because it's been on my to-do list. And no, they're freaking so nice. These ones are stained on the midsole, so like that's just a stain. But like the uppers, bro, look so nice. And I was like looking at my shoe rack because like there are certain shoes that just were getting really dirty, and I'm like, and they're supposed to be like cool, nice shoes, and I'm like, I can't even wear these without them like, you know, looking bad because they're so dirty.
Yeah.
And then I cleaned them, and I like looked at them. I was like, bro, they look brand new. They
It's
look
nice.
so nice. But it's like so good for like that is actually a productive. Again, not the move the needle business stuff I'm talking about,
Right.
but it's a good productive thing for your mental health, whatever, like to make you more productive. Like it could enhance something that you're going to do for your business. But
I love that. I'm a leather shoe girl. I have like all the leather boots in the world, and I thrift most of them.
you put those in the washer?
No,
Oh, I was
no.
gonna say, I was like, what, bro?
Sneakers, I don't care about as
Yeah.
much, and I really am not big into them. I have a lot of Converse. I do like Converse and Vans, but I'll throw my Vans in the washer. No joke. It's probably not good for them, but I have like a lot of leather boots and leather shoes, and I have the leather cleaner and stuff, and I have a lot of leather jackets. So I do usually twice a year. I'll like beginning of, well, I probably should do it right now. End of winter and beginning of like fall, I'll get all the leather out, lay it out in hampers, and I'll go and polish it all, and then you rub that off, and then you do the conditioner, and then so I like taking care of leather things and purses, but that's, yeah, I haven't done that in like a couple of years though, probably.
Yeah, dang.
I
That's
know, I used to
crazy.
do it twice a year.
And another random thing I thought about, like, I think it was last episode or 2 episodes ago about like talking about like the psychological things as being a mom and like
Yeah.
the separation. I'm like, obviously I can't relate to that, but it's so funny. I've encountered so many people since then that it's like, it's not part of my story, but it's part of yours. And I'm like, oh, Tristen would relate to that so much. And then I'm like
Yeah.
saying stuff that you've said because I'm like, hey, like I only know this because of Tristen, but like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a real thing. Or even like real estate, because I encountered someone yesterday that was like, yeah, everybody thinks realtors are just like rich and like have this easy life, but it's like I literally just got my first listing after like over a year of being in real estate. Yeah,
What?
just like all this stuff.
Listings are harder to get, I thought, too.
Yeah, like they had like
Buyers.
but they had never had a listing.
I think it
and
did
I
take
was
me
like-
almost a year to get a listing.
Yeah, and it was like, again, like I don't relate to that, but it's like cool. Like I've just encountered so many people
Yeah.
that like I've
Yeah.
learned from you, or like I know would relate to you, and it's like so funny. And I'm like, oh, Tristen. Like
Dang.
so I think about you a lot during my days because I
Aw.
encounter like so many people that just like,
So relatable.
yeah.
That's so cool, though. Man, that's cool that I can teach you stuff, too, like, about that, and then you can have conversations.
Mhm.
Like, that's neat.
Seriously, like the mom thing. Like I'm not a mom. Like so it's just cool. Like
Mm-hmm.
again, like I always preface that I'm like, I'm not a mom. But Tristen, like we were literally just talking about that on our episode, how like
Yeah.
it's a real psychological thing that it's like hard to
Do anything.
separate from them and like
Oh, yeah.
get a babysitter and stuff like that.
God. The mom guilt stuff is so real. I don't want to go on a tangent again.
Yeah.
It's so real, though. It's
Yeah.
it's science. But, gosh, what was our topic?
Yeah, so after the life
Update.
updates, neutral thinking was like a little bit what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
what were your thoughts? Because I know you texted me about that, the just positive. I don't even know.
I saw your post and it inspired me to text you about it.
Yeah. So the TikTok. Okay, so let me just preface this. So neutral thinking, you're probably like, what the hell is that?
Like neutral.
Most of the time we just think positive or negative, and that's our only option. But sometimes, like, okay, we all know negative sucks. Like, that's really easy. Like, it sucks, but that's like the human inclination is to always go to the negative. It's the easiest thing. I don't know why. Like, that's why gossip is so, like, a thing. Like, when people don't know what to talk about, they talk about bad things because, like, or they complain. Like, it's just, like, that's just how our brains are wired. I don't know why, but
Survival, maybe.
yeah.
Do you think?
Probably, honestly.
Like, you think of the negative situational outcomes because you're trying to avoid them.
Yeah, because it used to benefit us.
Mm-hmm.
But now it really doesn't. Like, so, yeah, just it's our natural inclination. So that's why it's harder to be positive. But anyways, we know negative is not beneficial. And then sometimes we like think that positive is always the best option. But sometimes, like, when something just really, really sucks, it's, like, unrealistic to just be positive. Like, if someone were to tell you to be positive in a situation like that, you'd be like, dude, I'm literally about to kill you. Like, don't tell me to just be positive, like, whatever. So this is a principle I teach with my athletes, and it's something that, like, literally goes with everything in life. It's not just for athletes. It's just, like, something I teach my athletes, but it literally can be used in everything. And it's just, yeah, just another option. It looks at the facts, takes away all the biases. So it's not like you're looking at a situation saying it's good or bad or whatever. You're just looking at it for what it truly is. And from that, you realize that your next actions are not defined by that last whatever what you're looking at. Like, it's not defined by that. It's not a pattern of whatever. So, like, for example, if you're a quarterback and you threw 4 interceptions in a game, it doesn't mean that your next throw is going to be an interception. And in a situation like that, you also don't have to look at the 4 interceptions and lie to yourself and say, yeah, I haven't thrown any interceptions this game. I'm the best quarterback ever. Like, no. Because that's just a lie, and then it's not even beneficial for you to move forward because you're lying to yourself. So it's like neutral thinking looks at the facts like, okay, I threw 4 interceptions. What's my next action that I need to do to, like, not get that result again? And knowing that. And it's just like, it's just neutral. Like, it's just like, and it's not emotionless. A lot of people think it's emotionless, but it doesn't mean you can't be excited or whatever. That's not what it is. It's really just like looking at your situation, seeing the facts of it, removing the biases, and then looking at the next steps. Rather than, like, yeah, again, a lot of toxic positivity is just lying to yourself and, like, being like acting like things don't exist. Like, and it's like, no. Like,
you're a little insane if you're like, oh, it's gonna be great, and it's for example, we were talking about, like, going through something hard like a divorce, or you find out someone's cheating on you, and it's like, look at the positive side of that. It's like, what is positive about this?
And if someone came up to you and told you that, how would that make you feel? Like,
punch him in the face.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
Literally, you'd be like,
I'd want
bro,
to.
like, exactly.
Like, sure, thanks. That was very helpful.
Exactly.
Not. But it's more like, okay, well, that's a situation. How do I deal with that? What can I do to like get through this okay, and not completely let myself fall apart over this thing? And, like, I've done that before, and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to work harder to make sure I can support myself. I can get things together. I can leave. I have, an exit strategy, and I can, kind of not make lemonade with lemons, but I'm gonna make do and, like, get through this. It's more of like a realism kind of approach to things. Like, okay, realistically, what can I do right now? And like you said earlier, like, day-to-day tasks, like, what can I do today to move the needle, to get out of this, to protect myself, all those things. And, like, each situation's different, obviously, but it's like, okay, instead of sitting here and crying, like, why would you cheat on me? Why would you do this to me? What good is that going to do? It's already been done. I mean, yes, you can mourn, but, like, it's happened. You got to address it, deal with it, and move on. But also on the opposite side, the too positive is like, okay, thanks. Like I'm not even emotionally hurt by this. I'm going to move forward, and that's so false. It's like impossible to be super positive during those types of things. So finding that, like, I guess, path of least resistance and least craziness, like just moving forward and focusing on something you can control and you can do to make the situation better, I would say is more of a realism and a neutral. Now I know it's called neutral thinking.
Yeah, and there might be like I was telling her, like there might be things that you have in the past thought were positive thinking, and it might be neutral thinking. Like so, yeah. And it's like nice to, like, going back to the football example, say you're having an amazing performance, all that stuff. It's still good to be neutral in that moment, because if you get too positive and you take yourself out of the moment and like you're looking at the results now and not the process, and it's almost like you're just looking at the results, and that takes you out of the present moment, and then you're not performing the best. And so neutral thinking is a lot of process based thinking and not outcome based. So that's woven into that. Some like principles of neutral thinking is like making a plan, and making sure there's actionable steps within that plan, and not just this big lofty goal at the end. Yes, like you want a lofty goal, that's not what I'm saying, but it's like making like steps to get to that, not just like the day-to-day move the needle stuff. And then it's like really staying in the present moment. That's like some key principles of neutral thinking.
I was going to say that next is there's a book called Present Not Perfect Moms, and it's about that, like just staying in the present and doing what you can now to like make sure everyone's safe and having, you know, a good life or whatever. It's not like, oh, I want to take my kids to Disney World, like, which I would love to do. But it's like doing those things daily that get you there, but still enjoying each day and being present and not just focusing on the future, because like we said in our last episode, like tomorrow never comes. So like if you're we talked about this too, like if you're too into the future goals or too into the what's going to happen tomorrow and you don't focus on what you're actually doing today, you miss out on a lot.
Yeah, and by no means is positive thinking bad. Like, and there's going to be times like neutral thinking just gives you an option in the like rough times. It gives you another option to not, so that you don't just have to be positive. And like if you think about it, like in a car, like neutral is in the middle of forward and reverse. So it's like when you're in reverse, like you get into neutral first and then you go forward. So it's almost like it's like a step.
Yes, because then later you look back on what happened to you and you're like, I learned this from that. That's the positive outcome.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing with neutral thinking is like to remember, like, if you don't take anything away from this, like the one thing to remember is just don't feed the negative. Just don't be negative. Like that's the biggest thing. And something with that, this is like my favorite thing to talk about because it like really shows it actually in motion. Is like when you just think something, it's whatever, but when you say it, so like if I say something out loud that's negative, it 10x's like what I was thinking, like just a thought. So it's like if you're thinking something negative, like just keep it in your head, don't say it, because if you do, it's literally 10xing what you just said. And then so that's for anything, by the way, positive or negative. Sorry, I said negative, but that's positive or negative. So that's also, if you look at the flip side for positive, that's why affirmations are such a big deal. But now when you add negativity to that, negativity is 4 to 7 times more powerful than positivity. Again, hate that that's the thing, but that was actually like a study done at Harvard. So yeah, 4 to 7 times. So when you put that together, you're saying something negative out loud, that's 40 to 70 times more likely that that negative result that you're talking about is gonna happen. So like, for example, like if you search up Bill Buckner, who was like a Red Sox player, which go Red Sox, but hate that this happened to my team. I think it was like I don't even remember, like I'm not even gonna try and guess the year. I think it was sometime in the 80s. But anyways,
if you know, comment below.
Yeah, so Red Sox were going to the World Series. They interviewed Bill Buckner like 19 days before the World Series, and they just were asking him how he's feeling, whatever. And he said the dreams are you're gonna have a good series and win. The nightmares are that you're gonna have the ground ball like go through your legs and the
Oh,
winning run
no.
scores. See how detailed that was?
No.
And the dream was just so general, like have a good series and win, and the nightmare was
Yeah.
have a ground ball go through your legs and have the winning run score on
He
you.
manifested his misery.
Yep.
I can see what happened.
Literally the final game of the World Series, like, and it wasn't just a game in the World Series, it was the game to win, like, to win the whole World Series, because, like, the World Series is multiple games. Yeah, when the ball went through his legs and the winning run scored and the game was over, and the New York Mets won the World Series.
That's ridiculous.
It was crazy. So it's like, now, do we know that it was because he said that? No. But, like, his odds and his chances probably would have went way down if he would not have said that out loud. So it's just something to think about. Like, and that goes for everything. What you're consuming, the food you're consuming. Are you consuming news or just negative, like, media in general? It's like the music. What kind of music are you listening to? I challenge you all to literally go on a negativity diet. Like,
I thought you said purge. I was thinking, like, listen to sad songs. Hell no.
No, but that's actually funny. The author of, like, the maker of neutral thinking, he was like, you know what? Let me see how bad this really is and can affect you.
Yeah, I feel like
so
he
for
did.
30 days, he purposely listened to sad country music. He purposely ate, like, horrible food. And he
Gained
like
50
watched the
pounds.
news he watched the news every morning, all that stuff. And he
Oh.
said he didn't even make the full 30 days because by the end he was like an emotional wreck. Like, emotional wreck.
You are what you consume.
Yeah. So it's just like, at the end of the day, if you don't take anything from this, if neutral thinking's too out of the blue for you, like, you just don't understand it, literally just at the end of the day, don't feed the negativity. Don't be negative.
Yeah, and if I'm like in a go ahead.
And the alternative of that does not mean be positive. So I know sometimes, like, I say, like, don't say the word don't because your subconscious mind doesn't know what it means. But for this situation, it's literally just don't be negative. Because, again, there's another option there, neutral. Because, again, most people just think there's one other option. So the alternative of that does not mean be positive. It can be. That's not what I'm saying. This might get confusing for people.
Yeah.
But it's just like, at the end of the day, just don't be negative. If that means being positive for you, be positive. If you need to be neutral, be neutral.
Yeah, and I can see someone being like, oh, but things are so bad right now, and I've been there. And it's like telling yourself to be positive seems like hysterical. Like, why would I even? There's nothing good right now where it's like I was struggling. I was going through divorce. I had like all the things, and the things kept happening. And it was like I couldn't pass my exam, and then it's like this and that. And it's like, it sounds insane to say just be positive right now. I would laugh in someone's face almost if no one really said that to me. Because they weren't that dumb. I mean,
Yeah.
They were like, you're going through it. Just hang on. You got this. Like, that is better to say to someone than, oh my gosh, just look at the bright side. At least you're single now. Like, what? No, I'm going through the worst moments of my life. And, like, the hardest times to pick yourself back up. I don't want someone to say, oh, yeah, now you get to go date. No, that's the last thing I wanted to do. I didn't want any man near me. Like, I was like, no, I need to figure out how I'm going to, like, get a roof over our heads again and do this, this, and this. So, like, the friends that did say, hey, just hang on, like, you've got this, I believe in you, and you're tough, and you can handle this, that is neutral, I would say. That is very, like, just hang on, ride the wave, keep going, don't give up, and don't give in to the negative, but don't be like, oh, my gosh, like.
Yeah, those are neutral
so
statements.
No.
So again, like, what I'm saying is, like, there probably are statements that you think are positive, but it's actually neutral, and right there, that is neutral. Like,
it seems positive now looking at it, but it's very neutral.
It's very neutral. Because, like, again, I may not be describing this in the best way. I don't want people to be like, you're literally just emotionless and that makes no sense. But anyways, no, that is a neutral statement. Like, you've got this, like, keep going. Like, that's neutral. And it's not a lie because you've done it before. So that's why it's not positive, because it's not based off a lie, like, necessarily, or like delusion. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't be delusional.
Yeah, you only want to be delusional when you're setting goals and dreams for yourself.
I was just gonna say, yeah, as I said that, I shared a post the other day. It was like, I'm a little delusional because I think I can have this, this, and this, but it's like, I can. So, like, that's not very delusional, because I will have these things. I don't have them today, but I will. And yeah, I was gonna say too, though, if you're like, you're very negative, you're going through a hard time, it's probably impossible for you to yourself think, how am I going to be positive? Like, you're thinking, how the heck, like I was saying, like, what's there to look forward to right now? It's so sad, so depressing, all that. But finding that, like, not like looking for, ooh, a ray of sunshine or whatever, but just like turn on some music. This is what I was going to say earlier. It just came back to me. Turn on some music or a podcast that you know is going to be uplifting, even though you want to like literally stick your tongue out at it because it sounds so stupid to you at that moment. Just let it play in the background and like half-ass listen to it. Or like Mel Robbins, Let Them Theory book or her podcast. It's always like inspirational or a motivational speaker of some sort. Just put it on. And I did this through the divorce process. I would just play it and I'm like, that sounds impossible to have for me right now. Like to feel confident again and like I'm running a business that I like, to think about that happening seemed impossible. And I knew though from past things I studied and read and whatever psychology stuff, I was like, but if I listen to this enough, I'll eventually believe it. And I know eventually it'll like start to happen for me. So I forced myself to like play it in the background, and I'd play it for like 20 minutes and get annoyed with it because it sounds so made up to me. So then I'd put on music again, and then I would go back like a week later and like play a little bit more of that podcast, and then be like, I wonder how it ends, and then I'd play it. So like I actually forced myself into healing a little bit because I didn't really have like, I don't know, I didn't really have guidance with it. I was just like, well, I want to get to where I can talk about these things and whatever. So if I put them in my life, I knew that I would eventually catch on. I would listen, I would absorb, I would do the inner work. So if you're like super sad about your situation or whatever, force yourself to listen to either a podcast or, like you said, don't listen to sad songs. Like if you're going through a breakup, don't listen to a freaking breakup song because it's just going to exacerbate the negative. It's going to make you feel worse, and like you're going to relate to the song, and that's why the artist is good at what they do because they know people can relate. But why not relate to a song that's like no words, that's just upbeat music in the background that just like gets you going and makes you feel like positive, or like something like reggae for me is like in the winter, I put on some reggae. I'm like sunshine, just pretending there's sun, like because there's no sunshine.
I'm literally the same way. Same thing with like our EDM music.
Oh, I love EDM.
It makes me think of like the beach. Like I don't know why. Just like not like a relaxing day on the beach. That's not what it makes me think of. It makes me think of driving like the coast in a convertible or something.
I've done that.
And like just bumping that music. It like so that
good.
music. When I hear that music, it makes me think like all my dreams are like I've succeeded in life. Like it's like success music is what it means to me. I don't know.
Because it's what you're gonna play when you're happy.
When I get my supercar, that's what it's gonna be. Like one of those songs. Like
yeah.
When
you get your what?
Supercar.
What's that? Am I so old?
Yes. A supercar is like something that has like, it's a lot of horsepower. It goes really fast. Like a Lamborghini is a supercar. A
sports car?
Audi, no, no. Because just a sports car could be like a Audi.
A Trans Am.
It could be like an Audi, like whatever. Like,
yeah.
But like a supercar is like, it's like charged in a way that like, that's why it's so fast. Like it could literally be like a race car. Like.
Okay.
A McLaren, a Lamborghini, a Bugatti, like all that stuff. Like,
I want the freaking Hellcat engine. Do you know about this? I want one of those in a Grand Cherokee. They used to make some of them.
What?
Yes, that would be ballin'. Like
that's crazy.
So like a V8, but it has the Hellcat. Whatever it does to it, I don't know the actual science, but it makes it super turbocharged and screaming loud. Oh, so cool. Anyways.
If my mom's listening to that, she's gonna love that. That's like the one like car she loves.
Grand Cherokee?
Well actually she does like that. That's like her dream like mom car, and then her dream like sports car is a Challenger, like Hellcat.
That's okay, so they make Jeep, Dodge, Ram, like it's.
But now that she knows that both go on her, maybe
you have to custom order that one, but that will be something I own. Or if not, I want a Grand Cherokee and a Hellcat in the Challenger. They're so sick.
Dude, that's so funny.
I have the same taste as your mom. I love it.
Yeah, I know. Dude, she loves you. Like,
why haven't we met?
I don't know. She always comments on our podcast. She's like, I love you girls. Like, dude, she loves you.
I don't even see these comments.
I love my mom, bro. She's the best. Like, I'm so biased, but she's the best mom. She's
oh my gosh.
so beautiful. She's so awesome.
Can I hang out with her?
Yeah, she would love to hang out with you, bro.
I
I'm not
think
kidding. Like,
I'm
she,
between your ages. So
Yeah.
if not closer to hers, I don't know. But we don't need to do the math. It's fine.
it's so
Can
funny.
can we get coffee or something, all of us?
Dude, yeah, it's a
fun.
date. She'll love it. There's something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, for like athletes, for example. If you just like, if I had struck out 3 times in a row and I made an error in the field and I come back to the dugout and I'm frustrated at myself, and a coach or a teammate, mostly a teammate, was like, hey, just be positive. I would have stared you down in the face and been like, dude, I literally want to strangle you right now. Like, don't tell me to just be positive. So again, just trying to give different examples for people to relate. Like, that's in a moment where being neutral is going to be helpful for you, because you don't have to lie to yourself. Like, you just look at the situation, see the facts, understand that your next action is not based off that past result, and yeah, and you take action in that present moment. And again, not to confuse you, it's not dwelling in the negative and being mad at yourself. It's taking literally the anger out of it. It's taking the like super happy, like lying to yourself emotion out of it. Like,
I've done
it's
that.
crazy. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, that's just, I was giving another example for anybody. I don't know.
I love how this is tying into our last episode too.
I know, they all tie together.
Yeah, it's insane though, because we think of the topic like the day of. Usually now we had them lined up for the first like so many, but now it's like, what's something we can talk on today that we're really passionate about right now? And then it always comes in like a progression of, it feeds off of the last episode. It's so cool.
I know, I love it. Yeah, and another thing too that I just want to like remind people, it's not necessarily neutral thinking, but I think a lot of people have this, like, if they haven't done like gotten into mindset or like personal growth or anything like that, they think like, oh, but once I do get that, then that means that I'll never have any problems again.
Oh my gosh, no.
Like,
you just know how to handle them better.
No. So that's what I just posted on my story today, was it's not that when you have the mindset, you're not going to ever have doubt again, or you're not ever going to be scared again, or you're not ever going to feel sad again or be angry again. That's none of it. You're going to feel all those emotions again multiple times in your life, like maybe daily. But it's not that it gets rid of that. It's just now you have the tools to manage it. And again, not the tools to get rid of it. It's never going to be gone. It's just you have the tools to manage it.
And that, and like when you start to hit goals in business and you start to make money, problems don't go away. Like, you know how you're like, oh, when I make X amount of dollars, I'll just be happy and things will be easy.
More money, more problems.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, now I have more bills for the business. I have more to put in for marketing. I have more to do this. And like, honestly, like, it's so with a lot of realtors, like, you're like, oh, they make so much money. But they're feeding it right back into the business. Most of them, if they're smart.
All entrepreneurs, actually.
If you're smart, you are, because then you're like
investing it back into the business.
Yes. While you're on a roll, you want to keep feeding it and getting it growing and growing and growing. You don't want to just stop and then like take a bunch of trips and then that's it. Okay, then what? Where's your income after that? Like,
yeah.
You have to like you figure it out and learn and constantly like manage it. And it's like more money, more problems for sure. But like, oh, it's just crazy. I don't know. I hate how people say that too. They're like, oh, now you're making money. Now everything should be easy for you. It's like, it's actually harder.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. We were just talking about this, like with, I think I was talking about it with Dustin or Lily. I think we talked about it in our weekly meeting. It's just like a misconception is people think, oh, you're a business owner, so you're rich. No, I guarantee, I don't know the numbers,
right?
But I guarantee like most businesses don't take like very much profit out of it, because again, they're just reinvesting it back into the business, and if they have employees, they've got to pay their employees. It's like all that stuff, like their profit margins are very slim, like, and I'm not saying everybody, but like a lot of entrepreneurs, like you said, they're putting it back into their business, or hiring people, or getting new systems in place for their business. It's not like they're just taking all the money and now they're rich. Like, yes, like you become profitable eventually over time, but it's like when you're in the beginning stages for like years, like it's not like you have these crazy profit margins.
No, and it's like you're catching up from building the business too and paying off debts from building it in the first place. Like, because to build something you got to pay in, and when you're just doing like that and focused on it, it's just like playing catch up for the first couple of years. So There's that. And that's why, like, they say realtors are so cheap. It's because we don't know when we're going to get our next couple paychecks. Like, we don't know how the market's going to look in a year. We don't know these things. So we're constantly making sure we're being smart with our money. So that's another thing, too. Business owners, they are less likely to blow money on dumb stuff because they want to keep it just in case things get hard for a month, or they work so hard for that money. So they're like very, very particular about where they put it, because then it's like, okay, is this going to help the business, or is this just like a temporary pleasure? So there's that to think of too. Because I hate when people comment, they're like, oh, you're doing so good, you must be like, no, like I'm paying down debts, I'm working on my future, like I'm trying to like plan for retirement and do all these things now that I can finally do all these things and no one's in my way. But it's like, gosh, you gotta stop making those comments, because you don't know. And when that person does take a trip finally, it's like, yeah, they worked 70 hours a week probably for years to get to take that trip. So don't be like so quick to say must be nice, oh, you're rolling in money now because you took a trip. It's like, no, my mental health was about to crash because I worked so hard I had to get away. Like, that's like, for not only just speaking about myself, but like in general, like when business owners like go on a cruise, people make comments and it's like, no, they worked so hard to go on that, and they were working while they were there. Like,
yeah, literally.
I know, like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, they deserve that. Like, let them have fun. And like back to our other episode a couple times ago, like, just be happy for people that work hard and get to go do these fun things because they work hard.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's my soapbox for today.
Yeah, man. That's a good place to freaking
I think so.
wrap it up if we're good. But yeah, that was great. Yeah, guys. 11th episode. That was good.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. It literally, again, feels like it's been months, but it hasn't. It's only been 2 weeks. That's so crazy.
I'm so glad we're back, though.
Me too.
It feels like home.
I know.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah,
I was like, I have not talked to Tristen in so long. That's so sad.
I know, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just like,
I've been crazy.
Dang, I miss her, bro.
Aww.
But yeah, guys.
Good.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Glad you're here. If you stuck till the end, you're a real one. Gosh, none of our grounded growing cups. I was like,
well,
no,
hot
I know.
out.
Yeah. No, I wasn't complaining. I was
well,
just saying,
I'll have to give some like this then.
Yeah, awesome.
Challenge accepted.
Just like just buy these and then like get a sticker. Yeah. Anyways.
Yep, on it.
But yeah, thanks guys. Drew, we'll schedule a lunch with you soon. Sorry that we that's like our super fan. Yeah. Shout out to Drew.
About to network with that man.
Absolutely. But thank you guys. Again, so grateful for you. If you have any episode suggestions or any advice or questions, whatever, literally anything, comment below, and we appreciate that a lot. And as always, stay grounded
and keep growing.